Our next speaker is David Mitchell from Brown Springs Works.
David's not here, I don't think. There's a substitute coming up.
Or here's an impersonation we found earlier, not David, I believe. First time I've heard of torsion bar referred to as a spring that's been straightened, or
Basically it is.
over to you.
Make David, welcome.
Hello everyone, I'm David from Brown Springs. We've been in business since 1912. I think we were in the city at the start near old McDonald's there with a Victorian, where the market is down there. I've been making springs for 41 years. I used to work with an old bloke, Lloyd Moss. I worked with him for 40 years making springs. We manufacture all car springs, all types of springs. We do door locks, anything from 0.3 wire up to 26 mil. We do all stabiliser bars. We'll fix your stabiliser bar. You bring it in, I can reharden it, we can harden it. We've got automatic machines. We make one, we make thousands. We do a lot of custom stuff. We do a lot of car stuff. We do a lot of race car stuff. I do a lot of drag car, do a lot of stored energy springs for the front of the cars to get a lot of weight transferred to the back. Basically, springs. We've been around for a while. There's only 4 of us that work there. I've been there 40 years. Sean over there's been there for just on 19. The other guy who does all the little stuff, he's been there for 35. The old man's been there for, I don't know, 60 years. I think he's 82. That's basically it. Yeah, there's only 4 of us there, a little small place, we're just in Thomastown. We make anything to do with metal, anything to do with hardening. Yeah, basically that's it. Yeah, springs are springs, up and down. That's all it is, yeah. So yeah, basically we do powder, we get powder coated outside. We do a lot of torsion springs. We do horse floats. For horse floats, we do, yeah, basically anything with a spring, anything with wire, anything. That's it. Any questions? That's all I got to say, I think. Yes.
Do you do re-tempering of springs?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. We re-temper coil springs. We do leaf springs. We reverse eyes. We add leaves. We do all that sort of. We do a lot of elliptical stuff. We do a lot of the hard stuff. You know, like we do a lot of stuff for. We used to do a lot of stuff for Carrison's, the old horse carts with all the funny shaped leaves. We do all that sort of stuff. We do stuff that nobody else wants to do. The one-offs. If you come in with one little thing that nobody else wants to make, I'll have a go at it, for sure.
You'll be there for another 40 years.
Oh yeah, definitely another 40 years for sure. At the back.
Can you make square section coil springs?
Yes, if the wire's available. Because the biggest problem at the moment, like a lot of stuff years ago, we used to make everything out of square stuff. But if the material, we've got a lot of old stuff there, but if the material's available, we can make it square, on edge, anything like that, doesn't matter.
If I want a custom spring made up to suit a particular ride height of the car,
Yeah.
what info do you need to make that spring?
I need fitted length with the car sitting on the ground with all the weight on it. I need you to give me that fitted length and the spring out of the car, then I'll put it in the load tester, take it down to that height, it'll give me the right height of the corner, then I can do anything. Rate test it, can make it any right height, anything you want.
Right, so you just need the height of
I
that
definitely need
spring.
the fitted. I needed the fitted length. A lot of people bring me in. I need the fitted length of the spring because in every car, never 2 cars are the same. They're all a little bit different because the bush, everything's just a little bit different. Shockers, but yeah, give me that fitted length, and I won't have a problem.
Okay.
That's about it.
David, is there a difference between, because our roads are cambered being left-hand, right-hand drive, is there a different setting for the left to the right?
Well, usually on the driver's side, there's usually a 5 mil difference. I mean, Ford have a 8 mil difference. I don't know why, but the cars seem to come out level. Ford seem to have an 8 mil difference on the driver's side than the passenger side. Commodores are usually level, but it's always usually 10 mil crooked on the driver's side. On the passenger side, it's always 10 mil higher. So yeah, we do. We always do that. We always allow for one side, yeah, for sure.
Are you able to do sway bars?
Yeah. Yeah, it's my downfall, but yeah, I do sway bars, yeah. They're a nightmare. You get some real weird ones, but I can tell you. Yeah, but yeah, I do. We do sway bars. You can bring it. We make sway bars up to 36 mil. Right, so so anything. But you can bend you just bring me a picture, just bend up a bit of wire, anything like that. Yeah, we do all the swaged ends, all that sort of stuff. Anything, yeah, we do all that sort of stuff, yeah, for sure.
Another question, David. I'm sorry. No, take it from the floor.
Yep.
If you're doing resetting one side spring, will you need the main side to match them up?
Only if the car's crooked. I'll ask you to measure the car from one side to the other, well, probably from the bottom of the room to the top of the gate. If the car was crooked, I'd do both. But springs are, we get a lot of people telling us the spring's lost its tension. That doesn't happen. It's impossible. A spring can't lose its tension. It will lose height, So what happens is as that spring loses height, it appears softer because the helix is smaller, but you cannot lose a rate. The only way you can lose a rate on a spring is by adjusting the spring material, diameter, something like that. Yeah, even free length makes no difference. I can have a spring, 250 pound spring, this big, and 250 pound spring that big. It'll be the same spring. It's just a different height, but may have to be altered because it's longer. The helix will get too big, so we may have to go up a gauge, put more coils in it, and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
Can you do custom ends to leaf springs?
Yep. Yeah, definitely. No problem at all. Yeah, we've got furnaces, forges, we do all that sort of stuff. We've got a gentleman there, Vince, who's been there for a long time. He's been doing leaf springs for a long time, and he's retired a bit now because he's in a bloody wheelchair and he's got dialysis, he's on dialysis, but he still comes in every day. He still comes in every day, wanders around the factory and sticks in his 2 bolts worth all the time. He's been around a long time now.
Would the gentleman here from WorkSafe like to come up?
He's not on the books. All right.
What springs does he run on the wheelchair?
No, he just goes around and gives us orders, mate. That's all he does. Walks around and gives us
A
orders. that's
sensible
all.
question, I hope now. When I was an apprentice, we used to anneal stuff in fish oil. Do you still use that
No,
product?
we don't. We don't use it anymore.
What do you
No,
use?
we use tempering oil. Everything's tempering oil. When we anneal, we don't. And most of the time, if I'm annealing, like I might have to anneal a stabiliser bar end to machine it or to stamp it or something or to drill it. Right? So what we'll do is we'll put it in the furnace, we'll get it red hot, we'll pull it out, and we'll get a bucket of lime. Just go to the nursery, get a bucket of lime, stick the end in the bucket of lime because the bucket of lime, the whole idea of annealing is the longer it takes to cool down, the softer it is, right? So, and lime will make it cool down overnight. It'll still be warm a couple of hours later. So you stick it in a bucket of lime, it's really soft, and you can just, or we'll stick something in the furnace, get it red hot, turn it off, and get it in the morning, and it's as annealed as anything. That's usually how we do it.
And another question I've got, these latest radiuses, you just get behind a Ford, you'll see the 2 little pins sticking down because instead of having the sway bar right across now, they have the 2 short ones about
Yeah.
so long.
Yep.
Are they as efficient? As
No, because the way the sway bar works is the sway bar works on the bend. You know, what I mean, this section along here does nothing. All right, the bend here, that is where it works. It doesn't do anything in the centre. It might twist a little bit, but not much. You get more on the ends. So they've got the little short bars, but they don't need a big one. They've got a big spring in the back. They take a lot better. The new cars are much better than one though. Old cars are ride a little bit better, but yeah, the new cars, they've got designed it a little bit better for the stabiliser bars for sure.
Do imperial measurements in springs make a problem?
Yeah, because everything imperial, all the old stuff's imperial. All the old cars is all 9/16ths, 11/16ths and everything, all brought up with the old stuff. But now everything's metric. If you want imperial, you've got to go overseas. We're not using imperial here, everything is metric. It all goes up in millimetre graduations all the way through. And it does cause problems, but we can alter the rates. Like if I've got the spring, there's a lot of things you can do to alter the rate. We can add coils to make it softer, we can take coils out to make it harder, we can reduce the diameter by a couple of mil to make it a bit stronger, make it a little bit bigger. All those sorts of things make a big difference. Yep. Yes.
So, can I do a gap at the imperial business? I want my Bristol front spring replaced. You say you can't do it?
Sorry, what was that? Sorry?
I'm talking about imperial versus metric.
Yeah.
So your company, if I took my Bristol front spring to you,
Yep.
you can't replace it?
Well, yes, I could. I could make the same spring, same rate and everything like that, but I wouldn't be able to the same, because a lot of people who build their cars and that are really pedantic about it's got to be right, it's got to be the same thing, but you can't get, like, how can I explain it? Like an EH is made out of 9/16ths material, the rear coil, right? 9/16 is 14.2, I think 14.3. You can only get 14 or 15, but I'd probably go to 14, take half a coil out. As long as the rate's the same, the springs are going to be the same. That's basically, yeah. If the rate's the same, the spring's going to be the same. But we can do it. Everything we get, all the old stuff is all imperial. It is all imperial. So we just alter it by adding coils, changing the diameter, things like that. Yeah, we can do it. Yes, mate.
How long does the process take to reset a pair of rear springs?
Oh, it depends if we're going up, right? Up probably 4 hours. If we're going up, going down probably 2 hours. Because going up is a little bit more, because when we make a spring, we scrag a spring solid, all right, because we want to make sure it's not going to lose any height when it gets in the car, right? So the most important thing with us is if the spring needs to be 12 inches long, I'll probably make it 14 inches long, harden it, After it's finished, square completely solid, till it comes back, make sure it comes back to the right length. If it loses length, we'll do it again. And if it's too high, we'll warm it up a little bit, get it down to height. But that way, it's not going to collapse in the car. It just can't happen because it's already, the car never goes, spring never goes that far in the car. It never goes completely solid. So if we take it solid, we're pretty much happy that it's not going to lose any length after that. We do that to a lot of the race car stuff because they kill them, they do on the race car track. Yeah. Yes.
Philip, you were asking Philip?
Oh, can you do removal and replacement from a vehicle?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we have a hoist, yeah. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do removal and replace, yeah, for sure. Yep, cool. Very good. Thank you.